July 11 of 17. I guess that's what we officially said we started dating. I believe it was back in January, actually, the very first time I met her. And that was at a job site.
I was working for a builder, and the builder calls me and says, hey, can you run this guy a print? And I just so happened to have a blueprint in my car. It was like, yep, no problem. It was just down the road for me. So I drove down and delivered the print, and we chatted. I left and went on my way. And then over the course of the next few months, I would see him in passing because he needed to get a check or another blueprint. And I always offered to leave it at my office, just like at the front desk. He could just pick it up. But he always was like, no, I'll just wait until it's convenient for you.
Every time they owed me a check or something, I had to go through her to get it. Kind of how I'd see her more, I guess. Finally, I was kind of, next time I had to get another check, just kind of like, oh, we should celebrate and get a drink, you know, because it always took a long time for that particular builder to get me a check. So I just kind of threw it out there, like, you know, we should kind of almost celebrate, like, hey, let's grab a drink, and feeling her out a little bit, I guess you could say, like what she would say. And eventually, yeah, we did get a drink, and that kind of started from there.
I texted him and said, hey, I have a check for you. And he said, do you want to get drinks? I was like, no. I was at that point in my life where I had 4 kids that were older. I had a lot going on. I had just worked very hard to build my own home. And I'm like, I'm doing this like solo thing. I'm totally fine with that. Well then, just when you think you have a plan, you don't really have a plan, because he kept asking me out and I kept saying no. Well then one night we ended up texting. It started about work and then it like moved into just like basic like chit chat. We ended up talking until like 2 in the morning. And so then I had said like yes, that I would, you know, go out with him. And so it ended up being from the first time he asked me out, which was like mid-May, many times after, I finally went out with him the end of June. It was like the last week of June. Yeah, that's kind of how that all started.
I really liked how good of a mother she was. And I could see it when, you know, I did finally meet her kids, and I really liked that part of it. I mean, that was probably my biggest thing. I just liked how she, I guess, raised them by herself more or less, and it's kind of a one-parent thing for her. She worked her butt off. I like that. Seems like everything was all in one package. So, I mean, I actually just knew it. Like I told her one day, I was putting my work boots on in the garage, and I was like, she's the one. Like, I just knew it. Wanted to continue being with her, and she's everything I was looking for.
I got everything that I prayed for. I had prayed for somebody that makes me laugh like every day. He is the first person in my life that's really shown me like an unconditional love. Like, he doesn't care what happened in my past. There's like no judgment. Like, he truly loves me for me. I had prayed for somebody that's hardworking, and he is truly the hardest working person that I know. I prayed for someone that loved God as much as I do, and he is that. I mean, he is truly everything that I prayed for. It's just crazy to me. It wasn't just him and I that had a good connection. Like, he connected so well with my kids. He loves those kids like they're his own, and they love him right back. I love watching them have him as like their dad. I didn't have that growing up, and so it's something I've always like wished that I had. But watching them have that with him, everything just meshes well. Like, they all connect. I just love how, like, sitting back and like observing, like, they all have their different relationship, but it's all good. I feel like I sound cheesy because it's like everything fell together. They love him and he loves them. So not only has he shown me unconditional love, he shows my kids unconditional love. He is truly my best friend. I know I hear a lot of people say that about their significant other, which that is amazing and awesome. But for me, it's a new thing, you know, since 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I mean, I met my best friend.
might sound a little odd to say, but almost like we're finally putting a stamp on it. Like, finally, it's here. We finally did it. After all the cancellations, we finally can officially say we're married and kind of move on to the next chapter, almost in a sense.
It's really finally happening. It's also finally in like a good way, like he's like gonna be my husband. Like not that we've not been on a path of like, okay, we're gonna grow old together, because I have no doubts, but it's like, hey, we're really gonna be like, we're like married. So yeah, finally.
Everyday life is great. Right in the moment, obviously, with my injury, I'm looking to just start walking again, just doing our little day trips here and there. I mean, we can just hang out, go for a ride, go to whatever town and find something to do, or shop, or grab a drink. Little things like that, that's what I'm looking forward to again.
I look forward to the just adventures that we're gonna have. I mean, we have a lot of fun together. Like, we can be spontaneous and get up and like, all right, we're gonna have a day date. It's fun. Like, I didn't think that this was possible. Like, I didn't think that, okay, you really can meet someone and like you just mesh so well that you don't really fight, but we just truly have so much fun together. I mean, he's a really good person, and I'm thankful that, I get to spend my life with him.